All right, Jesse here. Let's take a look at one of your runs this weekend on Ego Alley. For some reason, again, came out sideways. I don't know why, but yours was the only one. I think you maybe didn't want anyone to see this run. So you thought maybe we'll hide it if it comes out sideways. But here we go. Nice look at the old, as your dad says, Heil Hitler. We've talked about it. I think I mentioned, you have a tendency to clear the pole and then sort of push up and kind of like, I'm going to sweep it away. And thus the Heil Hitler. And we really just got to focus on pushing straight through from right there where that hand position is. You shouldn't even move it. The pole is going to collapse and fall away, and you should not have to do that. All right? You came in and you're like, I'm going to push this thing out of my way and get it all out of here, and that gives you a lot of problems. And what does that do? I mean, look at it. It just throws you immediately into the back seat. Now you're going to try to regain, getting back forward. Your pole plant is late. You can't pole plant. It should be come through right here and in one motion, as soon as that pole disappears, push straight through the pole and then tap to the side, and hand goes up, delays everything, pole plant is late, and you're late for the next gate. And as a result, I'll show you what I mean. You came in way too direct, had no time to set up, prepare, and it was not pretty. You can see already that ain't looking too good. A little divergence there for sure. You were late. You reached in, and just botched that whole turn up. And look where you are. Spray going, everywhere. But it all started from above. You got late, and it compounds itself. I mean, that's obviously the one of the problems with ski racing. It just compounds itself, and here it is again. I mean, it's just we don't need to talk about it because it all started from above. Late turns into late. No reason to dwell on it. But when you are not ahead of the course, it deteriorates the whole way down. And it's still, it's still even here, obviously you can see, I mean, feet really narrow. By this time, you probably should have recovered. But, so let's try to make sure we're maintain a similar width, consistent width throughout. Up above you had the non-parallel skis, a divergence. We need to keep a consistent, same parallel shape, part of our rules, right? All right. But the good thing is there's some good turns. So here we are. Now you've gotten to the flat. You're getting reorganized, and here's a good turn. In the rise line right there, and skis are now directed both going this way. They're going to give your feet some room to allow for a strong angulated body position. The skis are going to arc out and around, and you're going to get the job done basically in a comma shape. And you don't need that line. And that's a good looking turn. You're ahead of it there, and you're exiting tight to the gate. Obviously, much tighter than we saw up on the pitch. That's a great turn. So, there was some tough stuff on this run. A lot of it, I think, started with a Heil Hitler at the top of the pitch. And it compounded all the way down. So The rest is good stuff. But I seriously think it gets you into trouble. We really can't clear and try to push and sweep the gate away, and it throws you in the back seat, gets you late. Otherwise, down here, this is good stuff. You're ahead of it. You're patient. Let's see this one in here. You came in, rolled them both up in the rise line. Skis still going a bit this way, you're going to give your feet some room. They're going to arc around, and you're going to get the job done in a comma-shaped turn. And, that's good skiing. Another good-looking turn. Head of it. Right there. That's what we're looking for with the skis. The more offset the gate is, the following gate, the more the skis have to be directed away from the pole. When I was racing, we had double pole slalom, so there would be a pole, out there. And as you approach, this gate, this pole, we would, if the next gate is offset, we would point our skis at the outside pole when we're in the rise line as you're doing. Now there is no outside pole, so we lost that reference. And that's, I think a bit of an issue for some kids is they don't have that reference point. We can't talk about that. But the fact of the matter is, if the next gate is offset, we better be pointing our skis out somewhere in that general vicinity. If it's not as offset, then the rule is, we could, if it's straight after this gate, we could point them more in this direction. So, depending how more offset the next gate is two things. Where our skis need to be pointed and how much space between the pole and in the rise line we intersect. So how much space is here from this pole. That I can't really draw it, but obviously, if it's offset, we need to give ourselves more room above the pole. But, lower half is good. But I think the key thing and why, even though it was a sideways video, I hope you can watch it on the laptop, the real thing I really wanted you to see was, that clearing method. And we got to just push straight forward. You're a strong girl. Pole will flop down. Push forward. Don't move the hand. And pole plant to the side. It's block and tap. But work on that, and that will help.